Hello, my name is Kyle and I'm going to be discussing development and training for my chosen career plan for a finance officer. Continuous professional development. Continuous professional development is a process of tracking and documenting skills, knowledge and experience. It helps to look at what has been experienced by an individual, which can then be looked at and learnt to reflect on what was successful and what needs improvement. For the CPD cycle, there is a cycle which is followed. Here are the following steps. Starting off with identify. So you need to look at your current situation, for example, where you are at the moment and what you want to achieve and how you want to achieve it. Act. So you need to act upon your plan by looking at opportunities and new learning experiences. Reflecting, so after each day reflect on your actions by looking at what went well and what could be improved for next time. Moving on to apply, so after looking for the opportunities by reflecting, apply your current skills to create new opportunities. Share, so share your learning with other people to benefit from other people by listening to information to gain extra knowledge. And finally, impact, which measures the overall impact of all your learning and what impact it's had on your work. Moving on to difference between development and training. So development involves organisations helping employees by providing them with skills and knowledge to enable them to have a steady growth. Training, on the other hand, is a process of providing information and knowledge to employees so they can improve their skills and abilities. However, training is mainly provided for the people who are new in an organisation so that they can familiarise themselves in a working environment. So here are the main differences. So training and development are both very similar, however there are slight differences. Training is done with a group of people and development is more targeted and tailored for one person. And also, training is more of a short-term method and development is a long-term process. Moving on to my chosen career path, so I want to pursue a career as a finance officer. A finance officer's main part of their role is to manage the finance of a business and is responsible to make sure that the spending of money is controlled and income is tracked. So the qualifications that are needed, so GCSEs, maths, business and English are required. Moving on to further education, they want at least 3 A-levels or equivalent, and other qualifications, for example university and a degree will help massively for a finance officer. Extra finance industry information. The financial industry includes a wide range of companies that are mainly involved with money, for example managing money, investments and budget, etc. Moving on to professional and trade bodies. Professional and trade associations are businesses who are generally non-profit and provide information for people who are looking to extend their knowledge for a profession. Here are some examples of bodies in business administration. So we've got the CISI, which is the Chartered Institute for Securities and Investment. This is one of the leading professional bodies for finance. They look at wealth, investment, securities and financial planning. Moving on to CTFP, which is Certified Trade Finance Professional. They provide information to help expand career options, for example in senior trade finance positions. And the last one is CABA, which is Chartered Association of Business Administrators, who look to help business administrators improve their accounting, finance and project management skills. Different types of on-the-job training. So we've got the short-term method, so coaching. This is where a trainee is placed under supervision, which gives them an opportunity to be trained to improve their personal skills. A supervisor, when coaching, provides feedback to trainees on their performance and provides information regarding what went well and what can be improved. Simulation. Simulation is another type of training which is used to perform tasks in a workplace which is similar to a real situation. For example, someone who's aspiring to be a finance officer might role play finance situations, including practicing balance sheets or calculating budgets, etc. Moving on to long term, so we've got apprenticeships. An apprenticeship is a program which is used that combines classroom education and on-the-job work. This also gives people like me who is looking to go into finance more experience and allows me to familiarise myself in a working environment. And observational learning. Observational learning involves social learning as it's used to observe others in a workplace by analysing their behaviours. This can help to develop colleagues and employees' skills and implementing them to meet your needs. Moving on to off-the-job training. So short-term, computer-based training. This involves learners interacting online, which involves looking at enhanced textbooks to extend knowledge and looking at tutorials. This helps to deliver information step by step, allowing learners to gradually improve their skills. Moving on to receiving up-to-date information. You can receive up-to-date information by conducting personal research. For example, a trainee could look at what tasks will be completed, responsibilities and skills that are important for the job. In this case, the research would need to be done for a finance officer. Moving on to long term, so we've got day release training. This allows people like me who are currently studying at college but will work at the same time. This might involve being at college for 2 days a week and the other 3 days being at work. And finally, networking, which involves speaking to other people, which could mean contacting businesses to get an insight of what they do. And also involves gathering information on the industry specific to your career path, which will help to the right advice from professionals. Finally, the Sector Skills Council, what they do, who they are and their roles. So the Sector Skills Council are organisations which are led by employees who cover specific industries in the UK. Generally, the Sector Skills Council's role is to support employers to develop and manage apprenticeships, to provide the best solutions for apprentices, reduce skill gaps and shortages of people in a specific industry, and finally improve productivity for employers and employees. Thank you for listening.